I find in our business or in life, sometimes being an entrepreneur is like, obviously, you look at him and other people I know that own businesses, most of them are pretty self motivated. They feel like they have a niche or they have a passion. And it's like, okay, you get to this point where you're good. And where do you take the good from like, okay, I'm good, I'm doing okay, I'm getting by to like great or to like badass to where it's just like unstoppable?
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Break It Down with Braydon. I'm super excited. I've got some guys that are absolutely just crushing it out there right now and doing some awesome stuff in their industries. I got Tyler Carlisle with Bright Home Energy, and Kyle McAnaugh with Junk Rescue. Thanks for joining me today, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Tyler. Why don't you start us off with you and tell us kind of what you got going on. Tell us a little bit about your business and kind of how you've gotten to where you're at today.
Cool. Well, yeah, I own Bright Home Energy. I have two great business partners, Matt Shaker, Nate Lewis. We've been in the solar industry as a company going on 4 years. My background, I grew up in central Utah, grew up on a farm, super small town. My parents were entrepreneurs, and I think just throughout my whole life, even though I kind of worked in corporate America, I was a college dropout, but I always wanted to own my own business, and just kind of fell into it. I've been in solar about 7 years, and the last 4 years owning my own business. And a little bit about us, we're a residential solar company here. We cover all of Arizona. Something that's unique is, in solar, there's kind of two boxes you can put companies in. Box A is they're like a solar sales organization where they have salespeople, then they contract out the actual install on the roof. And then you have like kind of box B where they're just general contractors. They just install, they might work with 20 or 30 sales organizations. So when we kind of got into it through a little bit of school of hard knocks, we decided we wanted to bring it all in-house, kind of create our own box C, where from front to back, all of our salespeople were dealing with one company, all of our customers were kind of just manage that whole experience.
Love it. Kyle, how about yourself?
I've been an entrepreneur since I was in high school. Started selling eBay, stuff, buying it, flipping it, anything I could find around the house, basically. So blessed with good parenting. My stepdad's been an entrepreneur for 20 years, kind of showed me the ways and the structure. But yeah, just kind of a high school idea. I was able to, work with him and purchase my first truck. We started a junk removal company back in 2017. It's, scaled now to dumpster rentals, demolition, junk removal. So combination of the three. And yeah, we service Scottsdale and Phoenix. We're full service. We're basically out there to change the game and bring quality service to the business of trash.
Love it.
Yeah.
Tyler, let's start with you. So elaborate a little bit more. So let's say I wanted to get solar on my house. What does that process look like?
Yeah, great question. Because I feel like in solar, it's kind of one of those industries in Arizona. It's a really big buzzword, and typically it can have a negative connotation, especially in the real estate industry.
Yep.
There used to be things called solar leases, and now it's kind of evolved and adapted with the utility companies. And so basically, our job we feel is more just to kind of clear it up, give the right information, and that's what I like about solar is it's more of an informational sell. You're basically just taking the beliefs that people kind of think they know about solar and straighten them out. So to give you kind of a good example is when people hear solar, they think the word expensive, like they're going to have to put money out. How long till they get a return on their investment? How long am I going to be in this home? If it's not my forever home, do I really want to do it? But now there's a lot of great programs where all of our customers can get solar with no money down. So it's obviously not free, but to give you an example in the APS territory, let's say somebody has a $200 a month APS bill. That's always going up. It's never going away. You can't not pay the bill, right? If you stop paying it, they cut the electricity off.
Yep.
And so what we go ahead and do is we design a system for them where it's basically going to replace that bill. So we put up enough panels on their home that's going to produce enough power throughout the year. And now instead of it being $200 a month, we'll go ahead and install it. We can even do energy efficiency upgrades in the home. There's no money down, no money out of pocket. It's not free, but now they're financing the solar system. They own it. Right now we have a plan that's a 20-year 0.49% interest rate. So it's almost like free money.
Yeah.
So somebody goes from a $200 a month APS bill every month. Now they get solar installed. Now their new power bill, once it's turned on, is $140 a month, and it's locked in. So as APS keeps going up, their solar rate's going to stay the same. There's also some tax credits and incentives. So that's kind of basically what the skinny is, and most people don't really know that.
Yep.
And so that's kind of our job, is just to give them the right information.
It's really informative on what actually the options are.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Kyle, how about you? I know.
I just want to say this man's crushes it. Okay, he's real. Like you lay it down. Like you're not salesy at all. You can tell you know what you're talking about with it, and it's just I feel like that solar space it could be saturated with that. And the moment I met you, I was like, this guy he likes it. He's into it. He knows about his space. And
Yep.
Thank you.
That's quality right there.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
It's easy to tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
He
sure.
just got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that entrepreneur.
Kyle, how about you? So people wanting to, get some stuff
Yeah.
removed from their house,
Totally.
demoed. Like,
Yeah.
What's that whole process look like?
Yeah, we're totally simple. So, you can go to our website, junkrescueaz.com. All my pricing's up front. You can see exactly what you're going to pay to, have these items hauled off.
Yep.
An easy, simple process that I kind of formulated in the last, 3 years is just text us a photo. I can tell you, hey, it's going to cost about this much for us to come out. A lot of these other companies, what they'll do is they'll have a truck show up to your house and then they'll quote you on site.
Yep.
So you're not really aware of what you're paying until they
actually
come,
there,
and
yeah.
you have to make a pressured decision at that point. So I just try and keep it simplistic, make it up front, make it easy for the customer. So yeah, like I said, you go to our website, you can contact us directly through there, either through the website, sending a contact form, or texting us directly. It goes straight to a person. So you're communicating with me or my team. And then we're coming out and we're doing the service for you. It's fast. It's usually anywhere 30 minutes or less. We're gone. And the business I am it's hard to interact with people that aren't necessarily not happy. They want to get rid of something,
Yep.
and we're there. We take it away from them. They're excited. So that space that I'm in is easy to see smiles every day. So yeah, I enjoy it.
What about a demo?
Demolition's a little bit more by appointment based.
Okay.
So we would come out to the project and basically observe what you want done, take details and notes on that, and then provide you with an estimate. Most of the demolition we're either doing for a homeowner that's going to get a hold of us before they hire a general contractor to come out,
Okay.
or we're doing it for a general contractor that may be too busy and needs us to come in and do the tear out before they send in their team.
And you guys are licensed to do the demo.
Yeah,
correct?
we're licensed, bond, and insured. We've been licensed, bond, and insured for the last 2.5 years. So a lot of people that are in that industry aren't licensed, bond, and insured. Wrecking, is a dangerous space. So it's important to have those,
Yep. I
Yeah.
used to have a little side job where I was, doing
Yes.
some demo myself, and
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't licensed, and there was definitely some
Yeah.
liabilities there for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, I mean, at the time, when we started young, we were doing basic tear out and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And once it started to scale, I was like, hey, I really need to, take this to being licensed if, I'm wanting to take it to a bigger space. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Tyler, you've grown your business to, I think last time we talked, you've got like 55 employees now or something like
Yeah.
that, which is pretty awesome. What's been your biggest hurdle with the growth that you've incurred?
I think a lot of with what he was saying kind of resonated with me, because I think, as I said, I was a college dropout, proudly so. But in college, I learned kind of two principles from these classes I took, and one was life is all about people. And I think, especially with what he does, what I do, it's like sometimes you forget, whether it's real estate, solar, junk removal, demolition, like you're dealing with people. They have their own wants, their needs, their fears. So I think people are critical, whether you're talking about your customers or also the people that you work with, you work for you, that you take care of them.
Yep.
The second thing is, I find in our business or in life, sometimes being an entrepreneur is like, obviously you look at him and other people I know that own businesses, most of them are pretty self-motivated. They feel like they have a niche or they have a passion. And it's like, okay, you get to this point where you're good. And where do you take the good from like, okay, I'm good, I'm doing okay, I'm getting by, to like great, or to like badass, to where it's just like unstoppable.
Yep.
And that's something that we've really been trying to institutionalize inside of our organization. I think it kind of comes down to three things. Number one is you personally having a vision of where do I want this to go? And it's hard to write it down, and it's hard to like actually put in that mental work.
Yep.
But then number two, you got to get the people below you or that work with you, on the same train, going in the same direction. The second thing, at least for us in a sales organization, whether it's real estate, because I was in that for a little while, or solar, I think culture is huge. It kind of continues that vision of like, why are we doing what we're doing?
Yep.
How are you improving your people? Because if they can improve personally, they're probably going to show up and be better professionally. And then I think the third thing is like just doing business the right way. Just like with you, transparency is huge. And that's one way we try to, I guess, differentiate ourselves is like if you give people the right information and they like you and they trust you, chances are they're going to go with you. And I kind of say it all the time, at least for the solar space and maybe with what you do, people are buying you much
100%.
more or just as much as the
yeah.
product or even the company, dude. Like, even if I go out in the field and knock on someone's home, like they don't probably know Bright Home. They don't really care the name of the panels.
Yep.
Okay, what's this person want? What's kind of the vibe I get from them? What kind of problem can they help me solve? And so I think those are kind of three things, obviously having a vision, having the culture to sustain that vision, and then doing business the right way.
Love it. What are your goals for Bright Home? Where do you see this?
No,
in
it's
5 years?
a great question because, when we started this thing, man, it was like, just to kind of give a small backstory, me and one business partner had started it as a sales organization. And, we took our lumps the first year of business, first 8 months. And within our first year, we had actually lost $100,000.
Yep.
And what kind of put us over the edge was we were a solar sales company and we connected with this company that installed, and they had pretty good reviews. They had done decent business in the past. Well, we gave them